Hey everyone, it's your name or channel name, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's crucial for your health and longevity: vegetables. Stick around to find out the worst ways you might be eating your vegetables and how to fix them. Let's get to it. We've all been there. It's dinner time, you're trying to get a million things done at once, and suddenly you smell it. That distinct aroma of slightly too crispy broccoli. When it comes to nutrients, heat is a double-edged sword. A little bit helps break down tough cell walls, making it easier for our bodies to absorb vitamins and minerals. But too much heat is like leaving that band out in the sun too long. Things start to break down. Vitamins like vitamin C and folate, found in leafy greens and cruciferous veggies like broccoli and Brussels sprouts, are particularly sensitive to heat. So, while roasting those Brussels sprouts until they're crispy might make them delicious, you might be missing out on some of their nutritional value. The key is to aim for that sweet spot, cooked through, but still vibrant in color and texture. Find that balance, and your taste buds and your body will thank you. Look, I get it. A little fat can make everything taste better. But when it comes to cooking vegetables, it's easy to go overboard and turn a healthy side dish into a calorie bomb. Think of it like this. Vegetables are the marathon runners of the food world. Lean, mean, nutrient-delivering machines. But drench them in oil, and you're essentially strapping on a weighted vest. Healthy fats, like those found in olive oil and avocado oil, can actually enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. But the key here is moderation. A drizzle, a whisper, a gentle caress of oil, that's all you need. Instead of relying on a pool of oil, explore other cooking methods that let your vegetables shine without the added fat. Roasting, steaming, and even air frying are all great options that allow the natural flavors to come through. Remember, we're simply advocating for a more balanced approach, one that celebrates the natural goodness of vegetables without weighing them down. Let's talk about salt, shall we? The culinary chameleon that can make or break a dish. It's no secret that most of us consume way more sodium than we should. And while a pinch of salt can enhance the natural sweetness of vegetables, going overboard can lead to a whole host of health problems, like high blood pressure and water retention. The key to using salt effectively is to taste as you go. Start with a small amount and gradually add more if needed. And don't be afraid to experiment with other seasonings. Herbs, spices, citrus zest, and even a splash of vinegar can add a world of flavor without relying on salt. Remember, we're not aiming for blandness here. We're simply trying to find that sweet spot where the natural flavors of the vegetables can shine through without being overshadowed by an avalanche of sodium. We live in a world obsessed with raw everything. Raw food diets, raw milk, raw water. And while there's no denying the benefits of eating fresh, unprocessed foods, the idea that all vegetables are more nutritious when eaten raw is a bit of a misnomer. It's true that some nutrients, like vitamin C, are sensitive to heat. But others, like lycopene in tomatoes and beta-carotene in carrots, actually become more bioavailable when cooked. So, what's the verdict? Well, like most things in life, it's all about balance. Enjoy a mix of raw and cooked vegetables to reap the benefits of both worlds. Okay, this one might seem like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many people skimp on this crucial step. We're talking about washing your vegetables, folks. I know, it's an extra step, and sometimes you're just hungry and want to dive into that salad. But trust me, taking a few minutes to properly wash your produce can make all the difference in preventing foodborne illnesses. Think about it. Vegetables travel a long and winding road from the farm to your plate. Along the way, they encounter all sorts of characters: soil, insects, maybe even a rogue squirrel or two. So, how do you ensure your veggies are squeaky clean? It's simpler than you think. Start by rinsing them under cool, running water. Don't use soap or any fancy produce washes. Plain water does the trick just fine. For firmer vegetables like cucumbers and potatoes, use a vegetable brush to scrub away any dirt lurking in the nooks and crannies. And remember, even if you plan on peeling your vegetables, it's still essential to wash them first. Let's be honest, vegetables aren't exactly known for being the life of the party. They're the responsible friend, the designated driver, the one who always makes sure you get home safe. And while there's nothing wrong with being the responsible one, sometimes even vegetables need a little something extra to spice things up. Enter sauces. But not all sauces are created equal. While a creamy Alfredo or a cheesy bechamel might sound tempting, they can quickly turn a healthy plate of vegetables into a calorie-laden gut bomb. The key here is to find sauces that complement the natural flavors of your vegetables without masking them altogether. Instead of heavy cream-based sauces, opt for lighter options like vinaigrettes, salsas, or even a simple drizzle of olive oil and lemon juice. The microwave, a modern marvel that can heat up your leftovers in a flash. But when it comes to vegetables, using the microwave can be a bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's a quick and easy way to cook them without losing too many nutrients. On the other hand, using the wrong containers can turn your healthy meal into a chemical cocktail. We're talking about plastic, folks. Heating plastic in the microwave can release harmful chemicals into your food. So, what's a health-conscious, time-crunched individual to do? Well, first and foremost, ditch the plastic. When it comes to microwaving vegetables, stick to microwave-safe glass or ceramic containers. And if you're really pressed for time, try steaming your vegetables in the microwave. Take a few extra seconds to choose the right containers and cooking methods, and your body will thank you in the long run. We live in a world obsessed with appearances, where everything is perfectly polished and airbrushed. But when it comes to vegetables, it's time to embrace the imperfections, specifically the skin. You see, the skin and peels of many vegetables are nutritional powerhouses, packed with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. By peeling them away, you're essentially throwing away some of the best parts. Take potatoes, for example. The skin is a good source of fiber, potassium, and vitamin C. Now, I understand that some people have texture issues or prefer the taste of peeled vegetables, and that's okay. But if you're willing to give it a try, I encourage you to experiment with eating more vegetables with their skin on. Okay, folks, gather round, because it's time to address a culinary crime that's been committed far too often: boiling vegetables to death. I know, it's quick, it's easy, it's what your grandma always did. But when it comes to preserving nutrients and flavor, boiling is like taking your vegetables for a swim in a pool of their own tears. Here's why. When you boil vegetables, especially water-soluble vitamins like vitamin C and B vitamins, they leach out into the cooking water. So, you're essentially creating a nutrient-rich bath for your vegetables, only to toss the good stuff down the drain. Now, I'm not saying you can never boil vegetables, but if you do, there are a few things you can do to minimize nutrient loss. First, use as little water as possible, just enough to cover the vegetables. Second, bring the water to a boil before adding the vegetables, and don't overcook them. And finally, save the cooking water to use in soups or stews. That way, you're at least getting some of those nutrients back. You've carefully selected your vegetables, washed them thoroughly, and cooked them to perfection. Proper storage is crucial for preserving the freshness, flavor, and nutritional value of your vegetables. Think of your refrigerator as a vegetable sanctuary, a place where they can thrive and stay vibrant until you're ready to devour them. But like any good sanctuary, there are rules to follow. First and foremost, not all vegetables belong in the fridge. Tomatoes, for example, lose their flavor and texture in the cold, so it's best to store them at room temperature. For vegetables that do require refrigeration, proper storage is key. Leafy greens like spinach and lettuce should be stored in the crisper drawer, wrapped in a damp paper towel to prevent wilting. Other vegetables, like broccoli, carrots, and celery, can be stored in perforated plastic bags or reusable containers to allow for proper airflow. And here's a bonus tip. Don't wash your vegetables until you're ready to use them. Excess moisture can lead to spoilage, so it's best to keep them dry until you're ready to prep them. By taking a few extra minutes to store your vegetables correctly, you're ensuring that you'll be able to enjoy their fresh flavor and nutritional benefits for days to come. So there you have it, folks. The top 10 worst ways to eat your vegetables, and more importantly, how to fix them. Remember, Eating healthy shouldn't be about deprivation or complicated rules. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more health tips. And until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and keep on snacking.